needed a good soaking and you're in certain areas of town, you're in luck.
Boy, it's just set over us and just been pouring for about an hour now, it seems like.
Yeah, it's finally starting to recede, but it started roughly about 30 minutes ago. And in the past hour, we've seen a lot of water falling, about 3/4 of an inch. And that is not uncommon with summertime thunderstorms. As a matter of fact, we were watching the live shot with Michael Oder, who was in a pouring down rain while the sun was shining on him. But we're looking at a very slow track towards the south, and most of the heavier rain has now moved away from downtown. Now it's just to the south of the Red Mountain area, but still a lot of water along U.S. Highway 280 back towards Cahaba Heights, Vestavia Hills, Homewood, all the way down into places like roughly just across the county line there in Shelby County. It's just crossing over into Shelby County, but this is what's been happening. We've had a little bit of lightning with this, but it just continues to build towards the south versus really tracking towards the south. Now this cell in particular is starting to move towards the south. Right now over the radar site there at the National Weather Service office at the Shelby County Airport, that tracks towards Calera, but it is a slow mover and eventually will make its way into northern Chilton County if it can hold together. Now we also have a stray shower which has just popped up in western Jefferson County, and then a couple of isolated thunderstorms roughly from Good Hope back up to East Coleman. And just north of Garden City, we have a cell now here touching Hanceville. You might have some of this rain, but you'll see Bangor in about 10 minutes, as well as Wallstown in about 28 minutes, if that one holds together and continues on its track towards the south. That's not to say one of these showers won't develop in your community before the afternoon is over, but a thunderstorm now on the west end of Smith Lake. Also, Lamar County, you've been getting a tremendous amount of rain, and we talk about boundaries and outflow boundaries. Well, this is what a boundary looks like. That's where this thunderstorm is starting to collapse, and a lot of that energy is being pushed out, like water being poured on concrete, except for it's in the atmosphere. So that will likely be an area that refires, and we'll likely see a few thunder showers as it moves into other spots across southern Lamar County. Around Sulligent, we still have a decent amount of rain, but we're looking at places like Vernon, you getting the rain as it continues to track towards the south, as well as Kingville in about 17 minutes. Now, the next several hours, forecast models, they struggle with these pop-up thunder showers, and with good reason. It's only where the little pockets of cold air will be. But as we go through the evening, I expect that probably Tuscaloosa as well as Birmingham won't have much more in the way of a rain chance. Anniston, you'll likely stay dry as well, but don't rule out that stray shower. And while we have one now in Shelby County, that will work over the atmosphere pretty well, so we won't necessarily have to deal with it much more. Next couple of days, the heat index will be our problem. That's where we're looking at temperatures into the low 100s as we go through the afternoon. 103 to 105, certainly not out of the question, especially as we get into Wednesday. We may have a heat advisory issued by the National Weather Service for Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures will get up to around 97 to 99 to wrap up our week. So you get the idea. It will be very hot for the next several days. Rain coverage will be getting smaller. As a matter of fact, I've taken it out for Friday. And don't forget, you can get our Storm Track weather app anytime. It's absolutely free, and that will show you active lightning and thunderstorms. But right there, rain chances return by next week.